Hello, students. It has been a long semester, but you've made it to the end. This is the last week of content for this course, and we're going to be covering some what we're calling auxiliary spaces. First, let's talk about what are auxiliary spaces and why do we care about them here in our kitchen and bath class. Then we'll cover the family foyer or mudroom, clothes storage and dressing areas, and finish up with the laundry areas. So as it turns out, as a kitchen and bath designer, you are sometimes asked to design other areas of the home. We call these auxiliary spaces. They might be adjoining, physically next to, or actually integrated within your kitchen or bath design, your kitchen or bath area. So all of the spaces that we talk about today, it's unlikely that you'll design them in one specific kitchen and bath project, but you might be asked to tag them on in any particular one. So it's good to know these other areas of design. Of course, if you are doing a larger interior design project of a whole home, for example, you'll also need to know about these. So there's a lot of auxiliary spaces. We're only going to cover the three most common today. And the first one we'll touch on is the family foyer or mudroom. Notice that this is not the main entry to the home. It's not the entry foyer. It is specifically the family foyer. This is a casual entrance to the back or side or rear of the home. It is really commonly used for just daily comings and goings of the household members, not necessarily guests. All right. Typically, this entrance is off of the garage or possibly the parking area, and it really commonly opens either directly into the kitchen or next to it somewhere. All right, so that's why we're studying it here in the kitchen and bath design class. So a busy household has people coming and going and coming and going through the kitchen, not just to prepare food, eat food, do all the kitchen functions, but also to enter and exit the home. And you saw this in your recent kitchen design project where there was a direct entry into the garage. So what's the difference between a family foyer and a mudroom? It's a little bit of semantics, a little bit of a definition difference. They're very, very similar. The foyer is a simple transition space between the inside and outside, and mudroom is a little bit more detailed. It could include some activity spaces and might physically be a separate room. So let's talk about some of the functions that could happen in this area. First of all, groceries can come into the house and trash and recyclables will go out. You could keep backpacks, briefcases, purses, bags, etc. There. Cell phone charging, laptop charging. Some people do it right here in the foyer. Um, so some outerwear can be stored in this area and also can be put on and taken off in this area. So winter coats, hats, boots, sun hats, gloves, umbrellas, rain gear, etc. Sometimes equipment such as snow shovels are stored here also. You could have things like a baby stroller. Some people put a pantry storage in this area because the groceries are coming right in through it. And some people like to have a communications space, like a message board, a mailbox, etc. And a lot of people will place things in this area on their way out of the house, things that are going out otherwise. For example, dry cleaning. So, given this long list of functions that happens in the small area, what are some design criteria? Well, first of all, we want to provide clear passage without interfering with the specifically kitchen work. All right, that can be quite difficult because this is all very tight together. Next, we want to provide space to put on and take off that outerwear, such as those winter coats. All right. Sometimes it's really nice to put a bench in this area so people can put on and off their shoes and boots. It's important to provide some storage space for the backpacks and purses. Could be a hook area. That's nice too. Some people like to store things that are used immediately outside, like an herb gathering basket. I've never heard of that one, but maybe somebody, all right? A snow shovel um, is a good example. So again, more storage in this area. Shelves, hooks, bins, these are all good ideas. And finally, some tack space for messages, reminders, etc. We could have a charging station. You could add some hooks for frequently used items, keys, flashlights, a dog leash. Hanging space for your coats, baskets and bins for your mittens and gloves and etc. The little stuff. Um, you also want to realize that sometimes the things coming in are going to be wet or snowy, and so you want a space for them to sit and dry before they get put away. Some people like to put a mirror in their foyer. And our last note here is that this area really needs to be made out of some easy to clean materials. All right. It's susceptible to water, mud, even sand if you're in a beachy area. And so cleanliness is very important. When you're designing some space for those coats, you want to also design space for someone to take on and off the coats, preferably about 42 inches of clearance in front of that coat closet. Okay, in this video, we talked about what auxiliary spaces are and why we care. And we also covered the family foyer or mudroom function. In the next video, we're going to continue our discussion with the clothes storage areas and closets. Thanks, everyone.